Well, here we are again at Arms Unlimited, and we got some very special guns for you today. If you grew up in the 80s like I did, then you probably watched a TV show called The A-Team. And if you watched that show, you definitely saw this gun. The RUGER AC556 Select Fire Mini14 Folding Stock. Ta-da, there it is. This particular model is actually a three-way selector. You have safe, semi, 3-round burst, and fully automatic. Uses a proprietary RUGER Mini14 magazine. You have a birdcage style flash hider and a bayonet lug. Pistol grip, but most of the stock is your traditional wood stock with the metal accoutrements put on. Pistol grip is polymer, runs like any Mini14. You got a charging handle on the side. You got an M1 Garand style safety that you push off from inside the trigger guard, and your selector is over here on the side. All the way up, semi-automatic. First click down, 3-round burst. All the way to the rear, fully automatic. Your safety is independent of the selector. Very reliable. Accuracy is decent, not on par with an M4 or M16, but it was decent. It is a truly iconic weapon, especially of that era of machine guns and rifles in the mid-1980s. Okay, let's go over some mechanical features of the AC556. Folding stock deployment. First thing you do is pull down the butt portion of the stock that will actually rest against your shoulder. It will hinge down and lock in position. And then you can go and open the stock and it will lock in the open position. You can see a little protrusion here, a metal protrusion out of the wood stock where the whole thing locks into when it's folded. Okay? Once it's deployed, it's locked in the rear, everything's sturdy, and it's a pretty good stock for what it is as a tubular folding stock. This model has a pistol grip. Your manual safety, anyone that's familiar with an M1 Garand or an M1A or M14, same exact safety system. If the safety is inside the trigger guard, the weapon is on safe. To take it off safe, your firing finger would enter the trigger guard, then you push it forward, and you're now ready to fire the weapon. To put it back on safe, you would pull it back into the trigger guard. The advantage of this style safety, it's ambidextrous, and it's very visible. Downside is, you have to put your finger inside the trigger guard to operate it, to take it off safe. So there's some downsides to that, but that is how it operates. Magazine, release, very similar to an AK. You got a paddle on the rear, rock the mag out. To put the mag in, same, just like an AK, lock it in the front, rock it back. Okay? As far as the basic operation of the weapon, it truly is a Mini14, which is the original design of this. You have an operating rod on the right side of the weapon, and you have a Garand style rotating bolt. So your operating rod will operate simply by pulling to the rear and then releasing. The weapon will lock back on an empty magazine. Okay? Then you can remove it and close the action. You have an adjustable rear sight. You have a plastic handguard. One of the things that's interesting about it and kind of an advantage over the parent rifle, which is the M14 or the M1A, is that the top handguard actually covers a portion of the op rod, which is kind of nice in this rifle because now your fingers cannot interfere with the op rod reciprocating. Okay? We move forward on the weapon. We got a gas system in here. The gas system is very similar to an M1 carbine. And that's pretty much how it operates. A very short piston will operate this op rod, and it will go from here. Front sight, pretty traditional front sight. You got a post and then your two expanded wings that come off the side. You do have a bayonet lug, and you have a birdcage style flash hider. It's open in all positions. It's not like an A2. The flutes are open all the way around. Okay? Other side of the weapon is pretty simple. There's not much to it. There's no mechanical devices on this side. Everything is pretty much done from the right side of the weapon or underneath it. What this rifle has going for, it's very handy. It's relatively light. It's simple to operate. Controllability on full auto is not bad, but we'll take a look at that when we hit the range with this because there will be a range addition to this as well. Its main advantage is its ability to fold and be a pretty compact weapon. Overall, not a bad weapon. By today's standards, against some of the shorter M4s and the Mark 18s, this weapon's kind of obsolete. but it's nonetheless not a bad weapon, and it is part of the history of firearms, part of the history of machine guns, this particular one, and it's very historic. Okay, we're out here in the Nevada desert once again with Arms Unlimited. We're about to go live with a pretty unique gun. If you grew up in the 80s the way I did, you'll recognize this. This is the RUGER AC556 Select Fire RUGER Mini14. So as you can see, it's got a folding stock. First thing you want to do is put this thing in a position where you can shoot it effectively. This can be fired with the stock folded, but we don't really consider that a professional way to do it. First thing you do is pull down the butt plate and then you swing it open. Like most firearms, first thing you want to do, lock it to the rear, so you pull the charging handle back and lock the bolt in the lock position. Now I can put the safety on. Safety is here, typical RUGER Mini14 or M1A or M1 Garand, it's here in the trigger guard. So I'll pull it to the rear, now it's on safe. The selector is on the top. It's independent of the actual manual safety. You've got semi-automatic, 3-round burst, and auto. 3-round burst is kind of not as fun as full auto, so we're probably just going to do semi-auto and then just do some full auto because we know that's what you guys want to see. So we'll probably skip the 3-round burst. The way we look at it, every auto gun is also a burst gun if you know how to control the trigger. So we don't really use 3-round burst when we shoot these things. So once we're in this position, mag out. It looks like an AR-15 mag, but it's not. It is a RUGER proprietary mag, and it goes into the gun very much like an AK. Top corner in the front, then you rock it back. Pull the charging handle to the rear, let it go. I'm in semi-automatic fire mode now. I can take it off safe. You can use your index finger, or some folks will use their thumb to push it off safe. Either way is considered acceptable. Okay, we're locked and loaded here with the RUGER AC556. We're going to go ahead and fire some rounds off semi-automatic, and then we'll switch it to full. Semi-auto first. In this position, on the selector, it fires just like a normal Mini14, semi-automatic fire. Now we'll switch it to full auto, press down the plunger, bring it all the way to the rear. On the back of the receiver is an A for auto. We're now in auto mode. I'll fire a couple controlled bursts. And we got a little stovepipe action here. Not a big deal, it happens, you can clear it out. One thing that's interesting about these Mini14s and these open receiver designs like an M1 Garand or an M1A, if it does malfunction, it's very easy to clear because you can see it, rock the gun to the right. It happens, especially when you're shooting auto. We'll go ahead and let's see what's left in the mag. Oh, we only got 1 round left in the mag. We'll reload this mag and we'll do a full mag dump on full auto. Back on safe, mag out, straight finger. Mag dump, RUGER AC556, select fire. Unique gun, a lot of history, a lot of fun to shoot.